Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Well, hello everybody. I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here for another edition of All Signs Live for what the week is ahead for us. And before we dive into that, want to remind too that for those of you who are Harmonia Friends Club members, we are also going to be announcing the winner of the Monster Stash. So I will be pulling the winner for those of you who have entered into this giveaway over at Harmonia Friends Club after probably right before we get to the collective live. All right, just before that. So I'm excited to see who has won that giveaway. And here we are. We're already moving into, gosh, October this week. Is time flying or what? Are you guys feeling the rush? It's like summer went like a snap, and here we are in moving into the fall equinox here for a couple weeks now at this point. But we're officially in autumn, right? We're officially there for sure. So we're going to go into the collective reading before we break into each individual sign. And for those of you who are new here, what we typically do is the collective reading to see where we are for this week's energy. And then those cards get to play within each individual sign, and they will affect the reversals. That's the only way that I use reversals, is to showcase a layered here of how to help assist you, because I'm not just a tarot reader. I am also one who really truly believes in self-development and mirror work, and using and utilizing these cards to help assist you on your grand old thing called life. So the decks we are using today, we're going to continue to use the Whispers of Time Tarot. Michael Groomer from the Metaphysical Journey got me completely hooked on this deck, so I'm really enjoying it. And also I'm using a newer deck here, and this is from Etsy, and this is also the same one who did the love reading one for the Da Vinci one, and this is a steampunk deck. Really like this deck. Check it out. You know how much I love independent artists, especially when they're utilizing stuff here for small business. So all of that is described in the description box within this live. And we're also going to be pulling a Believe in Your Own Magic by Amanda Lovelace here as well for each individual sign as we go through it. And we always start out with the birthday sign here. So happy birthday out there to my Libras. But let's get into the collective energy. And don't be shy to say hello. I see my moderators are here. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Isis. Hello, Danielle. Good to see you. Reminder, guys, that we do have a goal here. And so if we reach our goal, we will unlock another bonus. So the goal has been set for YouTube. Sorry, Facebook friends, but it needs to be targeted over on YouTube, because I won't see it here using this program. So if we unlock the 5 donations, however amount that is, you become the sponsor of the unlocked bonus reading. Okay. But we shall see. We shall see how that comes up. So I want to pull out this rune here for you. This is Yera. So I felt guided to pull a rune for me. But then I was getting some channel messages here saying, you know what? This is more for the collective. And so Yera is here also because it really brings up the fall to me. I always see this rune as the rune of harvest. And yeah, we've been through it, especially with the eclipse season and where it pushed us through a shakeup, where it drained us, it zapped us, maybe even threw us off kilter. But we're now in Libra season. And so right now is the start of the equinox of balance. And this energy here is to help cradle us and be there for us. So I wanted to be able to, when I looked at this Yera, the harvest rune, I wanted to be able to talk about this in regards to the fall season because, yes, it's also about cycles. It's also about cleanup, and it's the results typically of past actions. And the best way to describe it, how I am envisioning it, or how at least God shows it through me, is that it's kind of like you clean up the garden. This is a week where we're being asked specifically to clean up some areas within our life that no longer serves us. And there may be some things that are broken apart, but the reward here is that you're cleaning up the ground. And this is also a week here to think ahead. So whatever you plant this week, whether it's like planting for spring flowers, think of it as that way. And I keep using gardening because I'm a gardener, but your work and efforts that you put into this week won't be the results of this particular solstice, not even winter, but it's going to be couple cycles through. So spring and summer. So this is a week here to really dedicate that balance for a realignment here for you. So Yera is going to be playing in each individual reading as well as we see it. Let's see what our numbers are for this week. What are our numbers? Reminder here with the numbers, you may see this as extra validation in synchronicities, sometimes in threes or fours or doubles. But we have a 5 and a 2. So you may see a lot of 5s, a lot of 2s, but most importantly, 7, because that's what it adds up to. And 7 is, again, the reflection, where it's bringing us what? Wisdom. So an answer is about to be revealed for us. And it has to do with massive changes that we're making. There may be this is a week here where procrastination is not really allowed. It's starting to have the wake-up call here of, I gotta change. And there is a lot of mirror work coming in here with the number 2, because that's all about balance. Where do we balance ourselves? How do we view ourselves? The duality, the cooperation, but also in partnerships, relationships. So there are some things that are going to trigger us this week in getting our stuff together. It's simple as that. Using the Whispers Tarot, we're not going to use an oracle card to start us off, because the oracle cards are going to be starting us off actually for each individual sign today, because that's what I felt called to do. Thanks, Nancy, for putting some of the number suggestions there too. But also, it's a synchronicity, so you might see a lot of 2s and 5s. I always like to say anything beyond 3 numbers and on is where you start seeing that. But you can also see some of those number combos that Nancy put on YouTube. All right, Spirit. What actions are we being asked to do with this combination of Yera? No reversals on initial story play. Here we go. Wow. We start off with the actions of the Emperor. All 4 kings in one. Aries energy. This is inner authority, but also the powerhouse card. This is someone here who takes actions and can be grueling about it. And we're being asked here to level up and boss up this week when it comes to how we are in leadership, how we show up for ourselves, but more importantly, the accountability. taking accountability for your actions, not those of others, your actions. How are you playing your part, collective? I'm getting used to this new setup, so bear with me. What is the challenge for us this week? What is the challenge for us this week? Here we go. Well, the wheel. Well, let me just tell you, it might as well be Yera. Okay. This is how things come in service, in seasons. We have the wheel here, which is a 10. But I also feel the challenge here is to allow a cycle to come on in and close, but also something is fated to begin a process. So sometimes we don't know what we can actually get out of the harvest. So whether this, and this is not to focus on the negative part, but sometimes when we feel like, and I feel like the challenge here this week, and we're going to see how that plays out for each individual sign, but I feel really the big challenge this week is that if something unexpected happens, it's not as unexpected as you think. You've actually been preparing for this in some way, shape, form, or another, but you just didn't know when it was going to hit. Some of you, the shit. Okay. Others of you, it's like the win. It's like finally. So everybody's in a different perspective here, but it's not to fear it and it's not to be exhilarated in it. It's just to accept that this is how the universe works with us. It is a challenge. Are you ready for change? Regardless. Has anyone ever? Let's see how the universe is supporting our moves here in that Emperor energy. How is the universe supporting us? The Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Now, this could come in the fathom of another individual, could be an earth sign, or it could be the areas of you pulling in a more nurturing and motherly energy this week. Your breakthroughs are going to be in the practical steps, taking one step at a time. One step at a time. All right. The Queen of Pentacles also does not coddle an individual. It's about taking care of themselves and watching for the well-being of others, but not necessarily overgiving. Now, if there is the threshold of overgiving where we see the reversals that play in the reading, we can see maybe where you get triggered with it to stop the action this week. Because remember, you're always in charge here with your free will. All right, that's our collective reading. We are now going to move into each individual zodiac signs. We're going to start with Libra first. And happy birthday out there to the Libras, including myself. My birthday is tomorrow, so I will not be doing a live tomorrow. I'm taking the day off or the evening off for myself. And yeah. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Libra this week. What does Libra need to consider here, Spirit? What does Libra need to consider? Libra, also, before I forget, don't forget, Wednesday, I will be live for your public Timeless Tarot story. But also to Harmonia Friends Club, Libra gets an unlocked Tarot story as well. So you get both. Libra, wings. I love these cards. You never needed those wings to fly. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. You know, there's ability here, and I love that it's a number 8 because I feel like you go from a 7 to an 8. Let's go there. Okay. You're doing another step, and it does feel like a leap. And optimism is really needed for you this week. But there's also about the support, knowing it's about believing. It's almost kind of like the Peter Pan, I can fly energy. Okay. There's a really big action needed here of belief, believing in yourself, believing in your actions. All right. combined with the Emperor is kind of a powerhouse. All right, let's see how Libra is currently feeling going into the week. Reversals are now up and they will be displayed by these cards. I wonder if I might be able to fit it now with my new setup. I can. Look at that. They all fit now. It's not blocking anymore. That makes me happy. Wow. Full circle. You're completing a cycle. That's how you feel. I feel relief. I feel like excitement here. Okay. Something is, I mean, there's closure here, but what does closure bring? The Fool's energy. So there's something you're closing out this week. All right, let's see what the external influences are here for our Libras. What are they closing out? What's externally causing this closure? The Seven of Pentacles here reverse. Well, here's the thing. Something was deader than dead. It didn't grow. It didn't work out for you. Okay, you're not putting time and efforts, whether this is in a project, whether this is paying off a bill for some of you, whether this is a relationship. The efforts are like, you know what? I'm just going to pay this off or surrender to this notion of ready. Who knows it? The most powerful saying that you can say. Who knows it? This Libra is being influenced by a situation that they realize they have nothing to put into anymore. They can't get to it anymore. They can't offer it anymore, whether this is trying to reconcile, whether it is trying to forgive. This Libra is about to say, it is what it is. It is what it is. And what's the integration of this for Libra this week? Oh my gosh. What can we do to clean this up? You got the Emperor twice. Chills, Libra. Chills. You got the Emperor twice here. Okay. This is you trusting that things are going to start going in your favor. And it may not feel like it this week, but you also are cleaning out the house. Some of you, it literally is cleaning out, purging. Others of you, it's like I said, it's paying off some old karmic debts. But if it's not that, it could also be relationships where you just kind of see how the karma played out. And it's like, you know what? I don't have to wish or keep checking in and seeing if I've been receiving my diligence. I just know that had to happen the way that it did. And I can't put any more energy and time into it. I need to look upon something else. And let's see what you're looking at, because I do feel like you got your little eyeglass here that you're looking at something. How are they responding to this current feelings? The Tower. Oh, the Tower. Oh my God. This even shocks this Libra. Because once everything falls down and falls away, you have a clean slate. What's the real opportunity here? An offer. An emotionally fulfilling offer. Whether this comes in through another opportunity of help, assistance, love, or relationship, or even the love for you, what this is doing is creating an offer for you this week. And it's not a small offer. It is absolutely not a small offer. The bigger meaning of this here is that you have opportunities in front of you and you get to choose. You get to see a little bit because you're not taking that baggage with you this week. And that's huge. That's huge for this Libra. Final card here of advice and then Auntie's message for you. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles. Celebration, community, feeling at home, having the support. Gosh, this is your advice here is celebrate your wins, but also when you're not having that wins, it's to lean on your support. You have your support with you. And let me tell you, it's not just the physical support. You have God with you. You have your ancestors with you. You have your ascendant masters with you, your guides. You have full on support this week that is going to be showcased in synchronicities, in numbers, but you are about to reap your rewards in a huge way. Libra, Auntie's message for you. This week is about noticing where you're actually grown, not just where you think you should be further along. The equinox spotlights is on you, but it doesn't mean you need to perform this week. Give yourself credit for the balance you've created, even if it feels subtle. All right, Libra, if that resonated for you, hit like, subscribe, and if you're catching the replay, drop a comment with your sign and don't forget to swipe right to hype as it helps the channel grow. We're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio is up next. All right, Nancy. Scorpio is up. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Scorpio. Spirit, what's going on for Scorpio this week? What do they need a heads up on? Here we go, Scorpio. The Throne. My goodness, your potential is endless. And you have the Emperor here too. Ooh, I think my signs are having a good week. All right. Now notice how there's you're not just not just you. There's other people here, okay? So this is a week of being with around other leaders as well. 45 comes to a 9 as well. When we have 9s, it's about fruition, completion. Okay. Current feelings for this week, Scorpio. Current feelings for this week. The 4 of Cups. There's some disappointments here. Let's see why you're feeling a little bit disappointed or unfulfilled or dissatisfied, because remember, I had the 9 here, and that's about fulfillment and completion. What are you externally unhappy with right now? Something that is outside of your hands. We have the World. We have your energy here, Scorpio. We also have Taurus, Libra, and Aquarius. But I also feel like there's some disappointments regarding another leader or an individual who you consider your equal. Okay. So whether this is a long committed relationship, whether this is a friendship where you have high respect for one another, or whether this is work related where you're kind of like, but someone here, I don't know. I almost feel this energy of watching another have an opportunity. Let's see what the integration of this is. Yeah, 6 of Wands. So here's the thing. The disappointment comes in with you're watching another individual who's getting the credit. And this could really tick you off because The credit deserves it deserves like you deserve it. So there's something here where it's like, I should be happy. Now, if that's not somebody else in that level, it could be, but I feel like there's disappointment. There could be something where you are being doted on this week, but you kind of feel dead inside because there are some areas here that still don't feel fulfilled to you, or you felt like there could be something more put to this. But this is a week here that you feel a little bit mediocre or disappointed with um, what you've actually been able to accomplish, or watching another accomplish and going, why? There's comparison here. Why am I not there that as far? All right. Let's see how you're responding here with that 4 of Cups here. 7 of Pentacles. I think it's like, how much further do I have to go to start reaping the rewards to feel good? It's never enough for me. Never, never. You know what? I'm hearing the song "It's Never Enough" from the Showman, The Greatest Showman. So look up the song Enough. But there's something here where something just does never, it never satisfies the hunger. And you're starting to realize this week, when is it ever enough? What's the real opportunity here for you this week? Oh, the 9 of Wands here reversed. The 9 of Wands, another 9, of course, as we see here. The 9 of Wands is usually a card here feeling very wounded, guarded, but with it reversed, I feel the challenge here is feeling like the wall or the light at the end of the tunnel seems further and further away. As soon as you get somewhere, it gets further away. And it's like, geez Louise, when can I just be happy with where I'm at? And this week, you're starting to realize everything seems so far away. And some of you are seeing an individual jut away, or it's like, having a landslide. And it's not saying you're not celebrating their wins, but it's definitely putting reflection here on the Scorpio of, what about me? Why do I feel like I'm being left behind? Let's see what the bigger meaning is for you. What is the bigger meaning here for Scorpio? The 10 of Wands here reverse. The bigger meaning here is to stop comparing yourself to others. And the other bigger meaning here, if it's you, it's stop trying to, because I feel like a lot of this is internal competition with yourself, and start realizing that you are on the path of what you really want to do. And if you're not, and you're feeling unfulfilled, why do you feel you need that in the first place? Because this is a week here where you have the ability here to drop the facade, drop the mask, be honest with how you truly feel, that you're discomfort, not happy. Your potential is endless. There's always going to be potential. Potential it's so far ahead. But what about the energy of just being happy now versus needing that potential outcome to be? Remember, the challenge here is the wheel, which is fated time. Advice for you from Spirit. And then we'll give you your anti-message here. 4 of Wands. That's togetherness. That's celebration, celebrating your wins, but also celebrating the wins of others too. Okay. It's not a race. And some of you, this is the celebration of you and your higher self. And to realize that this unity will happen as you become more present in the energy of just realizing that, it's not in the hands of others. It's the hands of you, your happiness. Okay. So celebrate your wins where you can. Scorpio, what Auntie wants to say to you, your edge is sharper right now, but not everything needs cutting. Use this energy this week to prune back what's dead weight. Prune back what's dead weight. That's totally what this is, right? Dead weight doesn't serve you anymore. Okay. Not slash as what's still alive. You'll feel lighter once you stop holding on to things you already know don't belong. And I want to say it's the wanting. This is a Scorpio here who's stuck in I want, never, never, never enough. And just realizing that it is enough what they have right now and that it's all here. All right. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment with your sign and don't forget to swipe right to hype as it helps the channel grow. And if you want to join Harmonia Friends Club, that's what this QR code is here for those of you, but you can just go to the website for those of you on mobile. All right, we're going to move on to Sagittarius next. Saggy is up. Yeah, I've been really working hard with creating this AI app with these horoscopes to pull in based on my channel messages. So she has a whole library of and then she polishes them and mixes them up. So it's kind of cool, but I'm excited. Sagittarius is up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who's got Saggy in their chart? All right, Sagittarius. Spirit, if we can hone in on our Saggies, whether they're live or watching the replay, what is going on for their week? What do they need to know? Sun, Leo energy, 11. Well, 11s to me come to 2s, and we saw that you had 2 in your dice in the collective. It says the sun is here, paint the sun back into your sky. So this is about your happiness. This is about your happiness. You're working on your happiness this week. You're like a little Bob Ross. Oh. All is fair in the Libra season here with justice. How you feel is very balanced, very aligned. You put your part in, but you also know that the parts that you put in this week are also being watched by others. So a mediation of some sort. So yes, you're working on your happiness, but you're also taking the steps to complete some things that will make other people happy too, not overly doing it. So it's just like getting specific work done around the house, or maybe there is a deadline at work. You're meeting the deadlines this week. So this is a Sagittarius here who's checking off their boxes and is like, okay, I'm happy. I'm getting stuff done. Let's see what the external influence is here. You're balancing your work life and your home life really well this week. And if it's not work, it's your well-being. Work can be, home life can be, kids can be work too. So keep that in mind. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles here reverse tells me the external influence here has to do with overworking, overexerting yourself. And this is an individual here who says, no, I can't do that. I can't be putting in the extra hours or not creating some time or space for me this week. This is a Saggy here who says, everything comes with a balance, even play. What's the integration for Sagittarius? Oh my gosh, the sun, your happiness. I also feel like towards the end of week could have to do with work. There's something that is going to be presented to you that feels uplifting. Happy news. You could be hearing of, I don't know, somebody who's expecting. You could also be hearing some happy news of a new start. There's something that's just going to bring you pure joy and happiness, whether it's hearing good news from another family, friends, or just giving you a new perception of how life can be. This is definitely for a Sagittarius who's just feeling lighter this week. Yeah, because in the past, I do feel the Fool's energy reversed is you may have tried to force things to happen on your time or well-being, especially with this combined here. But the breakthrough here is no, I'm taking practical steps here. I'm not overdoing it. I'm not overspending this week. I'm not being risky this week. I'm being aligned, and I'm going to be happy with the moves that I make this week. Okay. And you're not allowing any clowns to get you off your parade either. Okay. It's like, even if there's somebody who's sour around you this week, Sagittarius, I feel like you're going to be like, not my problem. You can't take the light away from me. What's the real opportunity this week? Four Swords. I like this. Your balance. The real opportunity here, self-care. Separate yourself from the drama. Keep your mind present, not so much on the fear of, I don't know. I feel like there's fear-driven anxiety sometimes, but this is a week here where it's like, not allowing that to happen. I'm going to rest. I'm going to give myself some self-care. Some of you are setting a nail appointment or a massage, or even if it's going to the gym, you're doing something for you. Okay. Sometimes it's just taking a nap. Okay. The bigger meaning for Sagittarius this week. Strength, more Leo energy. You may have Leo in your chart. Okay. You are building your endurance up and feeling well aligned to it, and being brave about making moves that may feel uncomfortable, but you're going to do it anyway. So I just feel like there's things that you're checking off on your list this week, Sagittarius. That's what it feels like. Advice for you. Eight of Pentacles. Spirit saying, whatever you work on when it comes to your happiness and being present in anything that you do, to realize it's towards your well-being, especially if this is someone here who's been through a bad breakup. I feel very lighter this week. You're doing nothing more than anticipating something here that's coming in your future that's going to be rewarding. So Spirit's saying, congratulations for putting all of the hard work when it comes to your happiness and staying aligned here for you. The message that Auntie has for you, Sagittarius: you want forward motion, but the cycle is asking you to pause. Oh, yeah, we saw that. To pause and look at what's working before you rush off. Gratitude for what you have is the fuel for what's next for you. Don't run so fast that you miss your own harvest. I love this because we're pulling in Yara as well here for you. All right, Sagittarius, if that resonated for you, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to join Harmonia Friends Club, you can do so by just going to this QR code or my website. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment with your sign, and don't forget to hype. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. Capricorn is next. We've got quite a few people on. Who's here on the live chat? I know my moderators are here. Who's listening? Got some Facebook people in there. I'm getting some thumbs up. I can see that. Zenny, how you doing, love? It's been a long time. Good to see you here. All right. Yeah, it's more over. I have it combined, so I'm not just on. I'm also on Twitch, but the Twitch audience just stays quiet, so my numbers are a little bit skewed. But I appreciate it. Thank you. It says 36, but I don't know what that means. That's like Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. I am always enough. Oh, this comes to a 2. So I feel like October 2nd, what is that, on Thursday? Thursday may be a day here where you need to remind yourself that you are enough. I don't know. Just do some mirror work here. Make sure you put that affirmation right on the post-it and put it next to the mirror here for you. That's going to be important for you this week. You are enough. Current feelings going into this week. The Lovers. Well, this is an important choice, Gemini energy. It's also a card of compromise. It takes two to make something work. Let's see what the external influence is here. Obviously, it's another individual. Oh, the Four of Cups. So this is hard to work with. When you have someone here who's disappointed or bored or not putting the time and effort, that can really, hit home for this Capricorn. So there's somebody in your vicinity this week that is disappointed. And I want to say it's like, I'm just disappointed with the situation or how that makes me feel. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to, take it, but it does affect you. I think you take this personally. Let's see what the integration is. What is the integration here? The Star. So Aquarius energy, you would like to work something out with this person. This is not someone where this is not like an ugly ex. Let's put it that way. The Star here is being vulnerable and taking actions to express and have faith. So the integration here is this person's being vulnerable with me, but it's still, let's see how you're responding to this. How is Capricorn responding to this person's disappointments? And it may just be disappointed in this collaboration. The Page of Wands here, reverse. You know what it is? It weighs on you as though you're doing something wrong. So I feel like this Capricorn feels like there's an action that you feel responsible for this person's disappointment. And they may have not even said anything to you that way, but it's at the point here where it's like, well, how do I heal this? How do we get over this? The Nine of Swords here, reverse. Express your feelings, because this is a card here of all insecurities. Going to the worst case scenario because somebody here is unhappy. Be prepared, Capricorn. You are going to have somebody here that you're partnered up with, whether this is a friend, a spouse, a loved one, a coworker. They're just not in the moment of feeling fulfilled. I do feel like this person is going to express something, but it's something that you deeply start taking personally. Like, did I do something wrong? Is it just you don't like being around me? But this person here has it's their responsibility for their disappointments. But let's see what the bigger opportunity is here for you. Because you're going to be worried that an individual, you don't like me, or what did I do wrong? Seven of Swords. This person, the bigger meaning here is this person's not going to tell you everything. But again, these disappointments are not for you because there's more seen, there's more hidden than you can see. And the Seven of Swords is going to feel like there's something shady. This person is doing something shady for me. But this feels to me that we have individuals here, Capricorn, that are doing peculiar, actions this week that seem irrational to the sense of how they typically were with you. This is not a person here who's opening up to you. This is a person here who is, just disappointed. They may say that, but they're not really expressing themselves. So they're keeping something hidden from you. You may internalize this. You may feel like that you did something off or you did something wrong, but this person here is kind of fading away from you at least in this week's energy here. But don't let that fool you. because they love to make me do math here. You know, with the 9 here, removing the 7, we have the 2 of swords. There's indecisive moment. It's a crossroads. Somebody here stepping back from you this week. It just really is. Your advice. Thank you, Bahama. I appreciate it. 5 of Cups. There's internal shame, guilt, or missing out because of another individual. 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups is the 9 of Cups. Your choice. You would prefer to heal something, talk about something, see how you can fix it together, compromise with another. But you have somebody here who's not doing that this week. They're choosing not to have that this week. So that's what's coming out here. Capricorn, your message here from Auntie is, this is a checkpoint week. You're always measuring yourself against the long haul. Oh my gosh. But right now, you can actually stop and notice your own progress. Even if it doesn't look like much on paper, your foundation is sturdier than as the season goes. All right. That's what we got here for you, Capricorn. Good luck. If this resonated, just go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment and your sign. And don't forget to hype, because that helps the channel grow. And if you want to join Harmonia Friends Club, you can go to the QR code or my website, harmoniafriends.com. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius is up next. We still have a goal going on, guys. If we unlock the collective reading, it's based on donations on YouTube. I need 5 donations here to unlock this for the collective. And we'll do a collective faded dice reading after the bonus. Who has Aquarius in their chart? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what is going on for Aquarius this week? Here we go. Protest. Start a revolution. 28 comes to a 10. So I feel fed up. I feel fed up. Okay. This is a week where Aquarius here is protesting. They feel fed up. And you're not alone. You got support here. Current feelings for this Aquarius going into the week. The Knight of Cups. Well, that's usually romanticizing an offer or an opportunity and feeling love and compassion, doing something for the love of it. Huh. Okay, let's see what external influences or doing something for the love of it or taking an opportunity. Maybe you're doing an opportunity here to give yourself love. Oh, the Devil reversed. The Devil reversed, Capricorn energy. Oh. Well, you are protesting. You're going against this. This is you. Knocking on the devil's door. We're using a metaphor here. And saying, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to allow you to affect me in that way. This is an energy vampire. Or if it's not an energy vampire, it's a toxicity of the people that you keep in your vicinity. Externally here, it's influenced. And the influence that you're realizing is not healthy. And so this is you saying, I am the only one who can be the change. And either can offer here saying, I'm sorry, but no thanks. I don't want it. But let's see. The integration here for Aquarius. Justice here reverse. This scenario left you drained, heartbroken. Libra energy here is an injustice. Aquarius. There is someone in your vicinity this week that is not aligned to you anymore. Now, some of you, if it's not a person or a thing, it could be work related as well, but it's something that you signed up for. Okay. You have a contract in place, but the integration of this is no, I don't want that contract, or I need to discuss my outs. I do not feel that's healthy for me, or I feel like I can take my offer and go somewhere else. Notice how the knight is not facing the devil. So it's almost you're like you're taking your cup and saying, sorry, nope, this is for me. Let's see how your responding is for Aquarius this week. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You are surrounding yourself with the individuals here that feel like home to you, whether that is your tribe, whether that is your friends, but it's a community here, a strong community that has your back. And that strong community also holds you accountable. Okay. Some of you are changing some dirty habits here that you may have taken on because of another individual who influenced that onto you. It's like, no, that's got to go. Okay. Maybe you used to go out a lot. Maybe you used to drink a lot. This is a week here where I feel Aquarius is like, no, not doing that. And I'm holding myself accountable for that, and using my family here to help me hold the accountability on that. What's the real opportunity this week? Look at that. The Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. There's that cup energy again on your feelings. Compassion, love, empathy. Even though that this person or the scenario or this work environment isn't your cup of tea anymore, or it is leading you into toxicity, you're realizing that it played its part for what it is, but you don't have to be a part of it anymore. You don't. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, loving, can hold back their feelings, but it's because they're putting themselves in line. They're not going to put it all out there. There's a protective energy here for you. Because the bigger meaning of this, the Queen of Wands energy reversed, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is there was this desire or lusty feeling of this individual or situation that was a mockery of actually what you wanted to be. Okay. So I feel like this person or the scenario here was not really allowing you to be confident in yourself. You really gave your power away to the situation or this area. And it's like, come to my level. And this is for an Aquarius here who says, no, come to my level, because that's going lower and that's beneath me at this point. Your advice this here week, 5 of Swords. There are going to be individuals or a particular person who is going to give you backlash. You're being asked here to realize that this person has their own insecurities, ego-driven, and this may not be a fight that you want to necessarily see as a win. Okay, the protesting happens because you put your foot down, you have compassion for choosing yourself, but also you may not get the last word in. So you have to be okay with that, with just walking away. And I feel like it may not just affect you, it might affect another individual, whether that's family, spouse, children, or others, if it's coworkers in that scenario as well. Aquarius, Auntie's message to you is old ideas may be circling back, but they're not here to trap you. They're here so you can decide if they still belong in your cycle, especially when this comes to individuals. Trust your gut on what's outdated. It'll free up space for what's actually innovative for you at your highest will here. If that resonated for you, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment with your sign and don't forget to swipe to hit hype, because every little hype helps this channel grow. And you can join Harmonia Friends Club easily by getting more readings like this with a QR code or website. We're going to move on to Pisces. Pisces is up next. Bertha, welcome on Facebook. Who's got Pisces in their chart? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. What's going on for your week, Pisces? Mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. Okay. So there are some changes here. We have the number 4. The 4th may be a significant date to you this week, since we're going into October's energy. But this is also about how you're being presented. It's not just your body image, it's how you're being presented. You may feel some insecurities here in situations, whether it comes to work, relationships. I feel there is kind of like, I just heard body dysmorphia. All right, let's see what's going on here. Chameleon. Treat your body like the palace that it is. I just feel this energy of not needing to fit in, but you may feel like you don't fit in. Let's see how this Pisces is feeling going into this week. Welcome, Annette. Oh, a little discouraged. This is definitely for a Pisces who's feeling a little discouraged, who doesn't feel like they look a specific part, or feels like almost like the odd one out. Okay, let's see what the external influence of this is. The Knight of Cups here reversed. This is because somebody here says no to you this week. It's almost like like not invited, or cancels out. I feel Pisces here going, what the hell? Because it feels like something that at one point felt really amazing, felt really good, but all of a sudden it's like silence. What's the integration of this for Pisces? The Moon. Silence. I feel almost ghosted by an individual or a situation here, which brings out some fears. Like, okay, so if this is like new love, if this is a relationship where you're going on a date or a relationship was just starting out, you have some insecurities here when it comes to your image. But there's somebody here who just kind of disappears this week. Pisces, this is your energy. Now, if this isn't regarding love, there's just somebody here who obviously at one point wanted to give an offer, but the thing is that they don't. So I feel this energy of not feeling good enough, and something happened in this scenario, but let's see what the response is. Death. Change. Another sign got this where they're dropping the mask. Scorpio energy. It may have been Scorpio. There's a massive transformation here going this week about how you appear in relationships, or why others are disappearing, or offers or opportunities here ghost you. It's like, it feels like it's like at one point you had it, and then all of a sudden it's just quietness. And I feel internally that this Pisces goes, if I didn't reach out, if I didn't make any calls, would anybody even call me back? Like, that's what it feels like. And you're realizing this has to change. I can't keep being in this vibration like this. And so there's a massive change here coming, but it's happening for you. It's actually happening for you. But let's see what the bigger opportunity is here. What's the real opportunity here for you? Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune here reversed. This is your challenge. It's not meant to happen this week. This meetup, this opportunity, it's you're actually being protected by the universe. Because if you were to get it all this week, there would have been a bigger loss of some sort. So whatever gets canceled this week, or there's an opportunity here where you feel disappointment, please know that there's a bigger meaning here. The universe is working in your favor. Your breakthroughs here is to be grounded. Don't forget, there's this actually reminds me of the wheel, right? Nurturing, taking care of yourself. The bigger meaning here for Pisces. Justice. This is a week here for you to realign in that Libra energy. Okay. The consequences are it's not going in your favor this week, but it's also to allow you to take time and to work on the things that are more practical in your life. And some of you don't want to hear that, especially if it's love. It's like, oh, I got to work on myself. But the work here is an internal job. It's not on your body itself, but it could be. But there's this energy here of feeling good for you internally. What the advice do we have here for Pisces this week in spirit? The King of Wands. The King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy of inspiring actions, extrovert kind of actions here, playful, having confidence, doing something that they love, whether it's art, music, writing. This is a week here where the massive change is going to be how you want to show up and present yourself. Are you going to let an offer or something that is a rejection this week take away from you internally? No, but that's up to you. All right, Auntie's message here for you, Pisces. You're feeling the need for clarity, and the fog is finally starting to thin, but then drifts back in again. If you're drifting into fantasy or holding on to anxiety, know that sometimes the small truth is hidden at the moment. They may not be glamorous, but at the moment here for you, your solid opportunities come in what is practically in front of you now. That's what I got for you, Pisces. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, subscribe. If you want to join Harmonia Friends Club for more messages like this, you most certainly can. And if you're catching the replay, make sure you guys are dropping your sign and commenting as it helps the channel grow. We're going to move on to Aries. Aries is up. Hi, Chris. Welcome back. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. My birthday is tomorrow, but I got nothing special planned. I had to think about what my age was. I'm like, am I 50 yet? No, not yet. I'm getting closer though. Aries is up. Guys, don't forget, we have an unlocked bonus going on. If we get 5 donations, we haven't hit anything right now, but it's been a very fluctuating crowd. The numbers are going up and down because people are looking for their signs, but I'll keep noting it that if we reach that, we also will unlock a faded dice reading at the end. And we also have a giveaway to announce a winner at the end of this too. Aries, Spirit, what is going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What do they need to know for this week? The villain. You can always rewrite the story. Dang. Aries, are you playing the villain this week? All right. Current feelings of Aries going into this week. Oh, air. I mean, this is just someone here who really does need alignment. Sagittarius energy, but this is somebody here who's irritable, angry, annoyed. You are the villain this week. You are. Look at that. There's something that you hear that you're like, screw this. I'm going to smash that to smithereens. All right. What's the external influence of this anger? Deep emotions, crying for some of you. Page of Pentacles. Well, the page against the Queen of Pentacles. Now, remember I told you the breakthroughs with the Queen of Pentacles energy, and you're Aries, you are here. This is your energy, the Emperor. But let's talk about this person. Okay. This person isn't at your level whatsoever. Your breakthroughs here is in nurturing, but in a practical way of saying no. Aries this week is going to say no to a person here who wants to put very little effort into a scenario or situation this week. Not your lesson. Integration. Ooh, Two of Pentacles here reversed. You're not taking on the responsibilities of another who expects you to align not just your stuff, but theirs. And this is a week here where Aries is going, no, it ain't going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm not working with you. I don't, even if it's just not going to happen. I don't have time for those efforts. And I've been burnt before with those efforts. How you're responding to this, Queen of Cups. This is nice because even though you may look like a villain, you're being compassionate and loving at the same time. Okay. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. How you're responding is, I love you, but no, or sorry, I just can't. There's no over explaining. Not for this Aries this week. You'll listen, but in a balanced way. And it may annoy you because if you're upset and irrational, but what really you're coming off as the Queen of Cups, that's saying to me is that there's like a fire brewing in you, but you're so calm and reserved on how you express yourself. Like, I see, I understand. But inside, there's this inner turmoil of just wanting, like, you have a whole different story in your head. You know, you might be lashing out. You may be saying, F you, but you're not necessarily projecting that out loud. It's just internally in your mind, but you still have a smile on your face. This doesn't make you a fake. You're being reserved. Now, what's the bigger opportunity of what to do with that channeled anger and upsetness? Because you can't hold on to it forever. That's the part where it's not healthy. The bigger opportunity here with the Page of Wands is to do something for you. Put all of that time and effort into a creative endeavor for you. Whether that is writing, whether that is creating music, painting, but exploration, doing something for you. And it's like, I'm changing the tone of this. If this is the page energy, so you're going into the page energy of Wands, which is explorer mode. And this person here is in the page energy of the Pentacles, which is, I don't have much to offer, but I'm willing to learn. But you're stating to yourself, I'm learning something new, and it's taking action on what I can handle. Oh, I like this for you, Aries. The bigger meaning. The Nine of Swords here reversed. Sometimes it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable with saying no and not trying to over-explain yourself. But the less you say, the better off it is. And this is something here where you're realizing too that it's best to just be very clean and to know that anything that you're doing moving forward is for you and not necessarily in the benefits of handling another. Three of Wands. This is that energy here waiting for your ships to come in. But here's the thing. I think that you're creating, notice how your attention's somewhere else and not really on this explosion. I feel like this is this other individual here trying to do massive smoke signals to you to get your attention. But you're more focused on what is coming in to assist you and to get you out of a situation that can bring you more happiness or a deeper foundation. And I feel that you might have an urge to want to like get the hell out of there or do something, but this is about kind of taking the next steps, small steps, not huge leaps this week, small steps for you to see what else is out there. It's to explore the future a little bit, okay? Not in the presence of how can I make this work for me and another individual. This is about what you can do for yourself. All right. Let's see what message Auntie has for you, Aries. And Auntie says, you're itching to leap. Yeah, we can totally feel that. But this week's energy says, slow down a little bit. The fire is there. Yeah, see, the fire is there. Totally this card. But direction matters more than speed. Use this week's window to realign your goals with what actually matters to you, not just what looks exciting. All right, that's what I have for you, Aries. If this resonated, you can hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment with your sign. And don't forget to swipe and hype because I do really appreciate that. And don't forget you can join Harmonia Friends Club. We're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus is up next. All right, who has Taurus in their chart? Hi, Brenda. Welcome back. Taurus, your timeless tarot story was recently released, I think on Friday, or maybe it was yesterday. I can't quite remember. It might have been yesterday, over in Harmonia Friends Club Vaults. So make sure you check out the vault if you want to see that additional reading, or other readings over there. I have a whole archive, and you can just join by hitting that QR code or go into my website to get more details in the membership area. But lots of readings over there. It's a growing, expanding library over 2 years of content. And it's not just readings. Hi, Sarah. Welcome back. Taurus. Let me pull this out of the way. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Gray. Endings are inevitable, but it comes to a 37 and we have a 10. So there's some closures you're going into, but not all is lost. This kind of reminds me of the Three of Wands energy, doesn't it? Where the ship is, but the ship is in the sky. Isn't that interesting? It's above the clouds. It's in the sun. Okay. So there's something here that is not in fruition just yet this week, but there's sadness here. Yeah. I feel like it's more nostalgia than anything. Current feelings this week. The 10 of Swords here reversed. Ooh. I just want to give Taurus a hug. You are coming out of something here that's pretty darn dark. I feel that you are accepting an ending that has left a really big mark or scar on you. This is something that you'll never forget. All right, let's see what the external influences are. Never forget. It's almost like there might be a specific date that comes up this week. Maybe it's an anniversary date. If it's not that, it's something that's like, I'll never forget. I've never forget what that situation did to me. It shaped me in a huge way. But it's coming up again this week. It's coming up again this week, the Tower. Oh boy. And this isn't to scare you, but there's something coming up that you've already been through that has already broken your heart, but you're shocked to hear. Maybe you're shocked to hear from someone. What's the integration of this? The Ace of Cups here reverse. That's a card based on conditions. It's being annihilated this week. You're not giving emotions to a scenario anymore, or a person, or a memory. It's kind of like, that affected me, but I'm not going to let it affect me forever. So I almost feel like a shield going over your heart space as well. All right. How you responding with this? The Page of Swords reversed. There's that tower in the background. Relief, to be honest. Things could have been worse if you stayed in that scenario. Things are gray or meek because of something that's outside of your ability to make something happen. But whatever is being shook up, whatever foundation here is being shook up externally, it's not really your cause anymore. But I do feel this energy here of seeing a shakeup, and it's going to shake up some old emotions for you. And this is not saying the downfall of another individual, but I do feel some past information here coming up. Look at this, the Knight of the bigger opportunity. I have a couple different stories. Some of you are going to get an apology. Somebody is going to ask for your forgiveness. Others of you are not going to get that apology or forgiveness. You're creating it for you. Okay? But just because you forgive doesn't mean you forget a scenario. Just because you forgive does not mean you forget a scenario. This left a mark. But when this hits and it's shocking, it's to break an old foundation here that just doesn't serve you anymore. Your time and your effort on it. Eight of Cups. No, I don't have to carry that with me. Don't have to carry that with me. This is for Taurus who's moving on and looking at other opportunities here that are more fulfilling. We have that Ace of Cups here subtracted to the Eight of Cups is a Seven of Cups. So this is someone here who's this week, whatever shocked them is like, whew, I'm so glad I didn't stay in that, or I'm so glad I don't have to accept it in this level, but also I don't have to take it back either. You are getting closure this week. There's sadness with this, though. Yeah, it's bringing up a huge amount of memories, nostalgia, right? This is somebody that you love. This is someone here that you cared for. This is also something where it was a soulmate connection here of karma. You may be hearing karma come in place with another individual. That's the external influence here of, I'm so sorry, but it's not my issue anymore. And others of you, you might get an apology, and it's like, it may not mean anything at this point anymore to you. You may have wanted and begged for that at one point, but now it's like, that wouldn't even fulfill me. I've already created my own closure. Do you see how much power is in that for you, Taurus? Taurus, what Auntie wants to tell you is your nervous system is craving calm, and this week gives you more chances to breathe into that calm, as long as you don't allow the outside influences to overcomplicate it. Comfort and routine and a slower pace are going to be your friend this week. All right. That's what I got for Taurus. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, if you want to join Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area where you can get more readings like this, it's a whole plethora library of timeless readings. I love to see you there. And if you're watching the replay, don't be shy. Say hello. Don't forget to hype. We're going to move on here to Gemini. Gemini is up. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I am back here. Sarah is a Leo, Taurus riding, Taurus rising, Taurus reading resonates. So glad that resonated for you. It's a card here of closure, which is nice. Gemini is up. Sorry, I had to step out. I had to yell at my cats because they were causing a ruckus. Guys, I can't believe we haven't unlocked the collective bonus yet. Remember, donations are up here for the collective bonus. If we get 5 donations, there's no specific mount set or anything, but it unlocks a collective faded dice for you. If you don't want it today, that's fine. We're just going to have one collective, but usually you all grab for it. I'm used to Star being my reminder. My cats have been pain in the butts all morning, starting at 4 a.m. when they wanted to fight on top of me. My female cat Loki has been starting fights with the boys, and then they go after her, and then she plays victim. So and she's the biggest of them. She's a big cat, but she's also got a health issue. And so I get annoyed when the boys play with her because I'm afraid of her. She's got a tumor on her neck. And I'm so afraid they're going to do something to that. So nothing I can do about it. It's okay, Isis. It's not meant to be. It's all good. If it happens, it happens. Sometimes the goal things don't work. So it could be a YouTube thing that's off too. Gemini, your reading was released on the Tarot Story. Thank you, Elizabeth. If you want to go check out Harmonia Friends Club, we most certainly would love you there because your reading released yesterday. So make sure you check that out and you can go unlock and see what your Gemini reading is. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what do we got here for my gems? This feels like the 6 of Cups energy. 33. Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Don't get lost in the past. I feel like, honestly, Gemini, I feel like somebody here is bringing some baggage to you. All right. And you may be an individual here who tries to be inspiring and showcase an individual, the possibilities of the cosmos, and then another individual here who's just they're just consistently stuck in the past. You know, this reminds me of a South Park episode, The Member Grapes, where the characters were eating grapes, and the grapes would make everybody go into memory relapse and remember the times, but they would just get stuck in memory, and it's like not going anywhere. And have you ever had the member friends? I know I have, right? Where anytime you guys get together, it's always about the past. It's like, how about let's talk about what's going on in our life now? Like, Remember the good old days. Remember this, remember that. Like, it's this consistent energy of that. And it's like, what? What? Thank you, Elizabeth. We have 3 more donations. Elizabeth is wanting to sponsor that. I appreciate it. All right, let's see what your current feelings are going on here, Gemini. Yeah, it's the company that you're keeping. Is this kid drinking a beer? I don't condone that. I'm going to cover this up so I don't get in trouble. Maybe this kid's like, I shouldn't be celebrating this either. But the 10 of Cups energy is usually a card of happiness with the company that you keep. And I feel like, dang, Gemini, there's someone here that is draining you. Oh, God. You got a Debbie Downer with you. I'm sorry. This is a Debbie Downer. You have someone who's consistently playing the trombone this week to you. They're going to drain you. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. I feel like you're trying to say, can I get out of here? Hey, Barbara. The integration of this. Page of Wands. That's inspiration. That's exploring. That's a different approach. Okay. How are you responding to this person? Elizabeth said they're blocked. I blocked them. King of Swords. Yeah, you are blocking them. This. The King of Swords is like, listen, Debbie. I don't know. I'm just saying Debbie because that. Either we take a new approach to this. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to state the facts to you. I'm going to counsel in the most detached way. The truth is probably going to hurt you a little bit, but let's just be real. You are pulling that Emperor energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but Gemini is you. How you're responding as a Gemini. Okay. I also think that you may say to an individual who says, can you help me? Or we should do this again. You may just flat out say, I think this was good. I think this is enough. I don't think we need to do this again. You're taking accountability, but you're taking charge. What's the real opportunity for Gemini this week? 10 of Swords reversed to be the villain. Cut your losses. You're not being a jerk about it. This is just somebody here who's like, I got nothing. This doesn't make me feel good. This is, I'm not really here to assist you. You obviously want to stay in an old timeline. I got nothing. The bigger meaning for you. 4 Cups. You're going to have to be okay with the disappointments. This person here is going to be disappointed. This person here is probably going to talk trash. How could Gemini do this to me? But also, this is also this energy here of, well, this hurts me too. And I wish we could have made something better. But the more I stay in this energy, it doesn't make me feel that great. Your advice, Gemini, this week. High Priestess, trust your inner knowing, especially when it comes to an individual who just repeats the same cycle of saying to you, remember those good old days, remember all those times, sadness, blah. This person is a energy dumper on you, okay? They, as soon as they're done dumping their problems on you, they use your intuition. And you're a very intuitive person. So Gemini, your mind may feel restless this week, but not every idea needs an action plan right now. And I do feel like there's something in particular that this is kind of trying to keep you from that. And you're like, no, I need to focus my attention on this. Okay. But what Spirit or what Auntie is saying to you is pick one thing to focus on instead of juggling 10. 10 instead of juggling this. Okay. Just pick one thing, even if it's creating closure here on that energy for you. That's how you'll see results instead of spinning your wheels this week. All right, that's what I have for Gemini. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to join Harmonia Friends Club, you most certainly can use that QR code or go to the site Harmonia Friends, where you can gain access to lots of different readings over there. And of course, if you're catching the replay, don't be shy. Let us know. And you can go ahead and hype. All right, we got Cancer coming up next. Usually the one complaining. This is like a soul sucker kind of energy, though. It's like their story never changes. So you can always check your other placements too. Don't forget to do that, guys. Check your other placements for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Not every reading is going to fit for you. And if it does, that's wild. But the idea of that is kind of cray-cray. All right. We got Cancer coming up. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the additional donation. Isis, I believe we're 3 away now. Isis and Nancy and Barbara, are we 3 away from our goal? We are 3 away, and we have 3 more zodiac readings to go. So we're getting closer and closer to our goal. And we're going to move on to Cancer. Cancer is up. Cancer, your reading is Jack, you just missed it, but just scroll back. You literally just missed it. Scroll back and come back. All right, Cancer is up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, you're reading at Harmonia Friends Club. Like I said, will be released in the vault tomorrow. Spirit, what's going on for Cancer this week? Here we go. Flower. Be honest with yourself. 17 comes to an 8. And 8s are all about mastery. Where you put your work and time and efforts into this week. Be honest with yourself. I don't know. I almost feel like a shocking energy, something you get like a pit in your stomach. It's a beautiful card, but she looks like shocked. Thank you, Barbara, for the donation. We are 2 away from the goal. Current feelings for Cancer. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. You're working, collaborating. You're hard at work. That's what I was feeling, that 8 of Pentacles, hard at work. That's your breakthrough. What's influencing you? Oh. Well, you're hard at work because you're slaving. Who is this defensive, authoritative figure that, oh my gosh. Be honest with yourself. You're being asked here to be the Emperor against the 7 of Wands. All right, let's see what this is integrating first before I give the channel message. High Priestess reversed. All right. Thank you, Sarah. We are so close to unlocking the goal of another reading for you guys. All right. Cancer. You're going to find the truth out about an individual. I mean, this person's not holding back at all. At all. defensive, blamey, argumentative. And this is someone here that you got to still work with, whether this is because you live in the same house as them, whether it is you work with them, whether it is a boss. Cancer is feeling, feel like you want to stay in your own lane. How are you responding to this? Why? You're a good person. You're a really good person, Cancer. You're responding with love. You are responding with love. What's the real opportunity? Page of Cups. Not to take it personal. This is a real opportunity here for you not to take this personal, because what this person is after is the heart space. They are angry. So Cancer, you have someone here who, I mean, I think it's going to shock you. Be honest with yourself. This is not going to feel good. But how you're responding is, I'm sorry you feel that way. The opportunity here is to not give it all to that individual either. The opportunity here is to give a message of love. The bigger meaning. 10 of Wands. Some of you are moving out. Some of you are realizing you can't carry anymore and you can't carry the opinions of this individual. Some of you, you have an answer here of moving on. But this is something here that is hard because you thought this person felt differently. But this person here is blaming you for a scenario or situation. So I think it's almost this level of like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but also I don't have to carry that burden. And if I'm not welcome or if I need to leave, I will do so. But I feel like, and if this is work related, I feel you have the answer that you need to do what you got to do to be in that collaborative energy. But when you leave that baggage there at that job. Doesn't mean you have to take that home with you. You're looking and expanding new opportunities here. I think some of you, it's looking for a new job, honestly. For some of you, others of you, it's a relationship that just, your advice here. The King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is an individual here who's very communicative, can be direct, give authority with their words, their voice, detach with their emotions. Interesting that I feel there's emotions that you give to this, but you're not taking it personally. And my theory is that the King of Swords was the King of Cups at one point, but they've been hardened. So there's a lot of apathy here, but you're detaching yourself from the space so that you have the ability here to not hold on to this burden, but allow yourself to have a fresh start. This week, you're going to be able to look at things for what it is and look at other directions that doesn't include this individual, because they obviously don't want you around anyway. Cancer, your emotional tide is gentler this week, and that's a gift. I mean, it shocked me. But let yourself rest without guilt. People around you may still be in chaos, but your role isn't to fix them. It's to honor your own calm. All right, Cancer, if that resonated for you, sending you so much love, first of all, and high respect for those of you who just give it with love, kill with kindness. But if that resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to become a member at Harmonia Friends, we'd love to see you there. There's lots of readings just like this, and there's an entire vault And if you're catching the replay, don't forget to drop your sign. Let us know that you're here. And don't forget to hype. It does help the channel to grow. All right. Leo is up. Elizabeth, thank you. Are we at our goal? Did we reach it? Guys, did we reach our goal? Did we reach it? I can't tell. I can't see it. I'm looking kind of for you guys. Yes. We did it. You guys did it. Congratulations. We unlocked it, guys. We unlocked it. Thank you so much to Elizabeth, Sarah, Barbara. I appreciate you guys. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, my moderators will let me know. All right. We have Leo and Virgo up, but we have 2 collective bonuses as well. Yes, we do. We have a second one coming up. I appreciate you guys. You help this channel grow. Make sure you guys who are catching the live or the replay that you thank our sponsors. And I always list the sponsors in the comments because if it wasn't for them, you guys wouldn't have that reading. So it's giving you guys an extra chance here with the dice to see if there's another reading that resonates for you for this week. All right, we got Leo. Leo, your reading will be unlocked in the vault this week. So make sure you check it out. I believe you might be tomorrow. You and Cancer are tomorrow. Yes, you are. You and Cancer are tomorrow. Hey, Papa. Did I say hi to you already? I don't think I did. Papa, I honored you the entry to the monster stash because I was waiting for you. So you are in there twice with your entry, even though it was beyond the cutoff. I did honor that to you. We're going to do the winner of the giveaway after Virgo before we do the collective. Because I know a lot of people are on waiting to see if they won. All right. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on for Leo this week? Escapists. Come home to yourself. 32 comes to a 5. You got a 5 also in your dice, if you remember. Yeah. I don't know. I almost feel, it's so hard to see everything now. I got to make sure I can find a spot for it. There you go. There's your dice. And here's Yera. You can barely see. Kind of see that over there. I can't move it. I don't have any more room. But Leo, there's this energy here of wanting to escape, get away this week. Current feelings of why you want to escape. Oh my God. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups here reversed. Because you're tired of dreaming about it and saying what if. Bueller, Ferris Bueller. You're playing hooky this week. You're not missing an opportunity here. You're saying, you know what? There's a possibility to make something a reality for me this week. What's the external influence and why that's happening? Ooh, because you got a feisty person with you. Now, this could be a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy that you're up against. This is someone who's making you realize, well, they're a little bit feisty, arrogant, angry, ruthless, cocky, show off, jealous. What's the integration of this for you? 3 of Cups. Ironically, You have new company. You would rather spend it with company that celebrates your wins, whether this is friends, family. I don't know. I keep hearing Bueller. This could be a boss. This could be a teacher. This is just someone here who's so arrogant that in their presence, it's like, oh, whatever. But this week here, you're letting loose. You're having fun. You're not letting this person rain on your parade. You're not thinking about escaping because you did escape. You're taking a day off, or you're stepping away from this person. They're not in your circle. Let's see how you're responding to this. The Magician. Yeah, you want to start making those creations into this reality. See, this person is giving you permission to do that right now. You're really taking an eye on this individual, and it's kind of like, watch me as I disappear, and I do a disappearing act this week. Leo is undercover. What's the real opportunity here for you this week? Knight of Swords. The real opportunity here for you this week is to put in your boundaries, utilize your words, and at an unstoppable force, say no. That bigger meaning. The Ace of Pentacles reverse. Their loss, not yours. Their loss, not yours. I think that you are either calling out, saying no to an offer, or just telling a person, I choosing not to dive into this. Your advice here, Leo. Page of Wands. There it is. Where are you choosing to put your time and efforts? It doesn't have to just put your affirmation out there as a magician does. It's now taking the actions towards it, right? Using your intuition to explore. So you're being asked here this week to be more lighter, explore something that is more fun, doesn't involve an individual that feels stifling, jealous anyways. It's like, why even be around that? So this week here, you're putting your time and efforts into something that feels good to you. All right. Leo, what Auntie wants to tell you, you don't have to be on all the time. As we see, you think you're taking a day off. The quieter moments this week are where your confidence resets. Stay amongst individuals that bring out the shine in you, and don't participate in the fade, because you're secure enough to be complete on your own. All right, Leo. If that resonated for you, go ahead, hit like, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're catching the replay, don't forget to drop a comment and let me know too. We're going to move on to Virgo. Now, we got Virgo up. Let me find the sign. God, I have so many things here. So once we start getting close to the collective bonus, this is where people drop. This is where the bonus train comes in as well. And if you're new to the bonus train, this is where I asked you guys, if you were on the live, to let me know that you're still here, because there's a lot of people who just catch the replay and are on and off. But this helps the channel get boosted back up in numbers, but also it shows your appreciation and puts your energy into the Faded Dice collective readings. And we have 2 Faded Dice collective readings. One, of course, is the regular collective bonus, and then another that was unlocked by our sponsors today. And special shout out to all of those sponsors: Elizabeth, Barbara, Sarah. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. So go ahead, comment bonus. Let me know that you're here. Bonus, bonus, bonus. We're going to get to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what is going on for Virgo this week? What does Virgo need to know? Here we go. Witch, justice is coming. Be prepared. Okay. I think you're going to have to go in your closet this week. Create some room. You may have Libra in your chart if justice is here. How is Virgo currently feeling? The Hermit reverse. So this is someone here who's really reclusive at this point. They don't want to be bothered by anybody. I feel like this is someone here who's just, if you are working, it's like going straight from work back into bed. It's like, I just don't want to deal with anybody. All right, let's see what's externally is your influence here. The Seven of Swords here reversed. I see why you're doing that. Justice is coming. You got an individual here who's a liar, a cheater, and everything that's coming out this week is making you want to stay away. Now, you may not be in the vicinity of this individual, but you're going to hear some stuff. Everything's coming out. Justice, and I think it's because you're not with this person or around this person. Let's see what the integration is. Page of Pentacles. Here's the thing. You're watching this person from afar. What comes around goes around. This person here is getting their karma dealt with them this week, but you are choosing to remain quiet, reclusive. You do see an opportunity, but let's see what the opportunity is for you. How are you responding to this? Death here reverse. It brings up a lot of old patterns. Memories. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio, but however this comes around, the response here is they haven't really changed. Nothing about this person has changed. This is a person here who fights transformation. So your response is they haven't changed. What's the real opportunity for you this week? Swords. This is a person here who is maybe talking smack about you this week, maybe gossiping about you this week, but it's just to rustle your feathers. You're being asked here, Virgo, to, look at there. Look at what's in there. Do you see that? There's a sword and there's a bat. You're right in the middle. You could fight this or you could say something. But if this is bringing the 7, all right, so we have 7 minus the 5 of swords, it's a 2 of swords. But with this sword that you have is a 3 of swords. So it's heartbreak, loss. What's the bigger meaning of this? 3 of Wands reversed. It's not your circus. At one point, all you wanted to do was be with this individual. Yeah, you have the ability here to choose your weapons. Do you go after and fight? Or do you use that sword to keep silence? Because this is a person here who's not waiting for their ships to come in. This is a person here who's being very practical about what's out there to being offered to them. And right now there's somebody here who is angry, reactive. Advice for you, Virgo. Oh my God. Stay at home. Listen to your intuition. There's your card. You got your card here twice. Virgo, be a Virgo. Okay. Now this, you might feel like you're self-isolating and you need to go within. This is spirit reminding you that karma comes around. So you could be fueling to the fire, but the choice here is to learn by the reactions of this other individual. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to partake. You may even look like the bad guy or gal, or it may look like you're not putting up a fight. But what you're doing is you've already learned the lesson. Your soul searching here is to go after your light, your fire. Virgo, Auntie's message for you is you might feel like things aren't perfect enough just yet, but that's a trap. Yara reminds you here too that growth is seasonal. You can't harvest in 1 week what takes months to ripen. Focus on progress, not flaw finding, especially when it comes to another. Oh, dang. All right. If that resonated for you guys, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Like I said, love to see you at Harmonia Friends Club. But you can also, if you're watching the replay, make sure you're commenting too and typing. All right, we got our collective bonus, but before we get in there, we need to do the giveaway winner too. Yeah. We need to do the winner for the giveaway. Do I have a banner for that still? Yeah, I do. Harmonia giveaway. We do have 2 more readings, guys. Don't go anywhere, but I'm giving people time here to jump back on and letting me know that they're here. But we got a big giveaway, and I know somebody here wants to know who, if they want it. All right. So the giveaway. Bum, 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 bum. For my Harmonia Friends Club members, here it is, the Monster Stash giveaway. Let's see who the lucky winner is of all of these monster goodies. All of these monster goodies that are in the house. I just need to make sure I have the list in front of me. I do. All right. Let's see if your card comes up. And don't forget, guys, to comment bonus because the bonus is coming right after this. We just got to pull the winner of this contest first. Who is the winner, Spirit? The winner is Judgment. That is, oh, where did my screen go? Who's Judgment? Barbara. Barbara, congratulations. Barbara has winner, winner, chicken dinner. She has won all the monster goodies. I love it. I love it. Couldn't have picked a better winner. Congratulations, Barbara. Our moderator had won that. What are you going to do with all those monster goodies? All right. We're going to do our collective bonus now. We're going to get to the collective. That hat's going to look so cute on you, Barbara. Can you pass to someone? You want to pass the giveaway to somebody else? I mean, you could if you want to. Wait, hold on. Barbara is catching up, so I got to make sure she wants this. You want to do a good deed, so I just closed out that. All right. Barbara wants to pass it on to another member. So hold on. I got to pull it up because I just closed the list out. Well, silly. You know, Let me see if I can find my list. Hold on, guys. Let me just get this up. It's all right. I'm just surprised you entered. If you, I mean, I guess if you wanted to pass it on, I get it. She is very kind. All right, we're gonna do this again. Before we get to the collective, geez Louise, let me make sure I get to the list. Sorry, guys, it's a little slow because my internet is being sucked right here with two cameras and opening up a zillion windows here. So I gotta make sure I have the list here ready. So Barbara, you're did you only have one card here? Judgment. Okay. Who is the winner here? Chicken dinner. The Sun. It's Papa Wheelies. Congratulations, Papa. You have received it. So the only thing that you need to do is for shipping and handling, and I'll get you that info. But congratulations, Papa. Our other moderator has won it. Isn't it funny? It was meant to go to a moderator. I was like, nope. Yeah, she just gave it to you. You were the Sun. Okay, bonus collective. Congratulations. Hold on, guys. I got to see where my... All right. We do not have anti-messages for the bonus collective because they're a little bit longer, and I chose to just use the advice cards. All right. Who is... You're welcome. Congratulations. Who is here for my moderators who can give me the dice call? Who's on time? I mean, I'll be in touch with you. I just need to get your info, your address and stuff, and then I can send you pricing costs. Okay, Barbara's here. All right. Let's see what Zodiac dice here, what the roll is first. What Zodiac signs are here, Spirit? We have Aries. I changed my... And Sagittarius. We have 2 fire signs coming up. Okay. Fire being represented here big time. We have Scorpio, right? We have Virgo. So far, it's been a nice mix. We have Sagittarius again. And we have Gemini in the house. So if you have these signs in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, then this reading may be for you. But don't go anywhere. We still have to unlock another reading. I mean, we have to do another reading that's been unlocked for you. Thank you, Barbara. So this is the energy of Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Virgo, more Sagittarius and Gemini energy. Like I said, it could just be the energy of it. So if you're in that mode of feeling it, then that could be coming up for you. All right, let's see what your week is going to be like here. Additionally, gold. You don't need someone to fix you this week. Gold. Well, that comes to 36 comes to a 9. So you're gold. You're gold on you. Actually, it reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles energy a little bit. Current feelings. Defensive. Annoyed. Frustrated. But you know you got to release this. You don't need someone else to fix you. Right? External influences. Well, I think you're defensive for a reason because there's a person here who consistently promises you that they'll be there and they're not. So this is you saying, I really don't need your help. I'm good. And you have an individual here who's like, no, 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 let me help. Let me be there for you. Or things are going to change. I promise. Yeah, this person here can't even juggle their own life. And you know that. If anything, it makes you irritable. Yeah, because this is a strong relationship. And this person does this to you all the time. It doesn't necessarily have to be a nasty ex. It could be even a family member that just annoys the heck out of you in that sense. It's like you always say you're going to be there for me and then you're not. So yeah, I'm a little ticked off. This collective is a little bit annoyed. You don't need someone else to fix you. You're just annoyed that this individual even offers. How you're responding? How is my collective responding here this week? 10 of Wands. You're just consistently, the 10 of Wands here minus 7 of Wands is the 3 of Wands. You are consistently being put on hold or waiting for an individual. And this is just for my collective who says, I'm not waiting on anymore. It's annoying. I can do this on my own. I don't even want you there. No, it's full of crap. You're full of crap. It's just all lies. And it's all to make this person look good. And it's a ticking time bomb. And you see that as that. So that's why, and this person may even say to you this week, why are you being so difficult, collective? Yeah, Two of Swords. Well, because you always say you're going to be there for me and you're not. So yeah, I scrutinize this. Yeah, I always look at this when you say, oh, we're on the crossroads again. Because, I mean, how many times are we going to be playing this? And I feel like this collective is saying, I'm not playing around. We always go a little bit longer and we don't have an anti-message here. So let's look a little bit more in this. Choose a choice, Gemini energy. How you're responding. Nothing has changed. Your response is, it's the same thing over and over again. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Three of Pentacles. You are always shortchanged by this individual. And even though you have to work with this individual or be in the same home front as this person or be a coworker with this person, it's like nothing's changed. I end up doing most of the work anyways. I'm just being flat out honest. And there is a choice here that is coming up for you. And I don't think it's going to be resolved this week. I just see you doing way more work to do something on your own because this individual is absent or just obsolete. Two cards for you. The advice for you. This is from Spirit. The advice for you, collective, dealing with this person. Page of Cups. This person feels younger than you or just immature. Five of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're cutting somebody off for good. Now, some of you, it's realizing that nothing's going to change in this scenario and I'm just going to do what I have to do to get out. But it's not someone here who will assist you in your losses, your rejection, anything. All right. But others of you, you've always been compassionate with this individual, even when they shortchanged you. And what Spirit is saying to you is as loving as you can be, it doesn't necessarily mean it needs to take away from you anymore. So this is a week here where I feel like you're bossing up more than you are losing out. This person here is losing you in a big way. That's what I have for the collective. We're going to move on to the unlocked collective. There's some really cool stuff in there. I think you're going to be fighting if Cher's going to take that from you. You might get the beanie. I'm already calling it. She's gonna steal some stuff from you. You might be lucky if you get the beanie, Papa. Make sure you take a picture of all the goodies because there's going to be extra stuff in there. There's a lot of mystery stuff in there too. So make sure you share on the community tab. I'm trying to get the winners to make sure that they're sharing on the community tab so people can see that these giveaways are not small. They're big. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into them. Cool. All right. Barbara, are you ready? Our final reading. All right. Barbara may be on a delay. Papa, are you here? Whoever comments first, I'll go with. All right, Papa, you're on dice duty. All right, let's see what zodiac signs are here. We have Pisces. We have Leo. We have Pisces again. Pisces came out twice. Virgo. 2 more. Man, Pisces came out 3 times. Who's got a lot of Pisces in their chart? And we have Taurus. So Pisces really got the show going on here, but there's other signs here too. Thank you, Delilah. I appreciate that. Oops. Last time we got Pisces energy too. I can't remember. They all kind of merged together to me. All right. If you have these signs or in your chart, this may resonate with you, or it could be others in the vicinity of you too. All right. Our last and final reading. Reminder, guys, I will be back all week long and my schedule is already set. So please go visit the homepage and look at upcoming lives and set your notifications so you don't miss out, because there's 2 faded dice readings that are just like this for Tuesday and Thursday. Wednesday, we have Libra's reading unlocked because we are in Libra season. And then we have our All Signs Love on Friday night for How Do They Feel? The Undeniable Truth. So I'm hope to see you guys all there, but make sure you set your notifications so that you get the reminders. All right. The super Pisces reading. All right, Spirit, what's going on for the collective? What else do they need to know for this week's energy? What else do they need to know? Here we go. Homeward. Take yourself out on the date. Oh, I love this. This is my favorite thing to do. This is always the advice that I give others, especially when they're like, especially if they're dating. You know, I'll be like, have you date yourself? You should really take yourself on a date. There's something here that's really needed and desired for that. It also comes to a 6. And October 6th, we have a lot of that moon energy coming in place too. And we'll go more on that next week's energy. But you're being asked here, take yourself out. Judgment reversed. You feel like you may have misjudged a situation. Okay, let's see what the external influence is. 10 of Cups. Well, there's that little boy enjoying a beer again. Got to cover it up. I don't condone that. That little boy looks unhappy. This feels like people pleasing a little bit. And there is, even though there's a big celebration or family or togetherness happening this week, there's just something here where you're like, I need to set time for me. And what's the integration of this? I need some me time. I need some love time. There's Pisces. There it is. Right. But we also have Cancer and Scorpio here. But this is an individual who's like, I love you and all, but I need some time and space for myself. I'm going to do something for me. And I know that you guys are going to think something's off, or like, I don't like you, or something's like, I think you're afraid of individuals taking it personally. Let's see. Yeah, and this is what your fears are. You're afraid. You're being pulled in a lot of different directions this week, whether it's family, friends, things that you need to get done. It's just competitive. It's fighting. It's just a mess. But it's not reverse, so it's not like it's horrible. It's just competing for your time and efforts. And so I really feel like the collective is looking at this and is like, there's nothing that can persuade me in this situation. I'm not going to be the people pleaser, what you guys are used to me doing, because these are individuals here who are trying to persuade you to do a specific thing, or I can help you, or I can do this, or let me in, collective, let me in. But the Empress, Taurus energy, and Libra here, when she's reversed, is someone here who overgives, is codependent, is relying on individuals to feel about a certain way to fit in. And this is a collective who's going, I can't keep relying on individuals to fit in. No. And there's certain decisions that are coming up to you this week that you don't have quite the answer of how you're going to be spending your time and efforts, because there's a lot of unknowns right now. And it isn't absolutely decision time, but you need some space to clear your head and clear your mind. And you're not denying it, you're scrutinizing it, if anything. All right. Yeah. What truly makes me happy? What lights me up? And right now, being in the energy of that does not light you up. An old character version of yourself, or individuals who come off as needy. Yeah, Four of Pentacles here, reverse. I can't afford to lose it all. Some of you, you're having health ailments, or you just don't feel well. And it's like, I have to care for myself. I can't be holding on to individuals in hopes that it will repair me, or I'll get to those obligations that I want to get to another day. This is the week for me to recover from losses. I need to look at my own reserves. And you're seeing that these reserves are really, really low. You may feel tired this week. You may feel lethargic. You may just feel like a little run down. But also it's because the individuals here who are consistently like, just come on out. Let's have a good time. Even Bobby's having a good drink. Like, they're just like, there's this energy of like, I can't do that right now. No. This is about you getting away. I think that it's not a bad thing, but it's an opportunity here to explore and do something that you want to do and not be a people pleaser this week. That is really the big message here. But let's see what the final advice here is for you. What is the final advice here from Spirit for my collective? Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity and equal give and take. All right. And honestly, people who promise you that they can promise you the world end up breadcrumbing you anyway, and you know that. It's something that's big that happens to you a lot. The long run, the prosperity. You have an opportunity this week to go after a specific dream. Now, how it's being handed to you, too, is getting the help and security that you do need. What else? Oh, there's that doorway. There's that doorway. There's an opportunity for you to get out and give yourself room to breathe about what relationships are important to you and areas here in your long-term goals and dreams and desires. But right now, you're working on getting out of the house or getting out of your comfort zone and doing something here that inspires you and has an adrenaline rush for you. But let's because I feel like you're running, like you're like, I'm out, I'm doing. Let's see what you're running. What are you running towards? What is this collective running towards? One more. Their worth. They're refilling themselves up because of their worth. They're worthy of this change. They're not feeling bad about this. It's like, you guys got to figure this out on your own, but want to celebrate my own wins, or there's something that I want to do for me. All right, guys, that's what I have for the reading. Special thanks to my sponsors and to all of my moderators who were here for this afternoon. You guys have an incredible rest of the day, and I will be back here. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm going to take off, but I will be back here on Tuesday, so I hope to see you guys there for another Faded Dice reading. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care and have a good one.